Okay, in this video I'm going to give you a little walkthrough of Bandai's Millenium Falcon kit from Force Awakens. In this first video I'm not actually going to go through the kit itself. It's a huge kit, sort of twice the size of their normal kit. I've primed all the sprues. Pretty much everything is still on the sprues here. So it's all been primed and I've popped it all back. Most of these sprues are back in the plastic shrink wrap they came in. There's the hull section. I mean, just a huge kit. It's just a great kit. This is going to be quite a long build, I can tell. So many different pieces, all these sort of bits that have got to go on the side and things. And there's the cockpit section, you can see that. The engine parts that go in the Mandel bills, these are absolutely crazy. These are in 3 parts, so what I'll be able to do with these is paint these each separately black, detail them, and then clip them together, and then they go in the mandibles. I mean, it's just an insane level of detail. There's the bottom. Still in 2 minds about whether I'm going to get the electronics kit for this, where you can put a battery pack in there and then go through and do the lighting. So you've got that blue piece for the back if you use the electronics. Yeah, not sure I'm going to do that. There's the base, big base, and yeah, the decals and sticker versions. I know most people would probably paint the whole sections that are decals, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with the decals. We'll see what it looks like once I've done some of the other decals in this series. So, I mean, that's a real quick tour of the sprues, but the main thing I want to show you is the ridiculous insanity that is the little figures that come with this thing. And there's 2 versions. So there's standalone versions. So you've got the figures like Rey, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Finn standing up, and then there's versions you can put in the cockpit. Now, to give you a comparison, this is a pilot for the X-Wing. So you can see pretty small. Let me just get it in focus. There we go. So that's the pilot for the X-Wing. Already started painting on that. It's just had 1 coat. Needs another coat. Same kind of thing. So there's the sitting down version, standing up. Now you've seen that. Here's the R2 unit that comes with the same kit, the X-Wing kit. And I've got the R5 helmet on. I'll just pop R5's head on, just sort of temporarily. You're gonna see why I'm doing this in a sec. His head's not going on. All right, we're not going to worry about that now. So what I want to show you next to this little R5 is the little model of BB-8 that comes with this Millenium Falcon kit. Look at the state of that. Just that little thing on the top of my fingers is BB-8. It's absolutely insane how small this is. So because the Falcon is 1/144 scale, it's kind of half the size of the 1/72 scale that the X-Wing like this. Yeah, the X-Wing like this is. So these figures are just they're just sadists at Bandai, absolute sadists. So over here, I've started work painting Rey and Han Solo. So in order for you to see this, excuse me while I move around, move that in. I'm going to see if I can focus through this magnifying glass. So just bear with me a sec while I move this around, and then you can kind of see what's going on. So I'm trying to paint these damn things through this, which is just an exercise in sadism. As I said, hey, you can see me in the lens. Hello. I'm going to adjust the focus. Try and get these guys in focus. Yeah, I think that's just about in focus. Absolutely crazy. Look, I mean that's that's my finger next to Ray. Look how small these things are. It's just insane. So what have I done? I've put some skin tones. So I primed these. I actually used a spray can, the fine to my primer, which, to be honest, I don't think is any finer than the normal stuff. Comparing the coat that I put on the body of the Falcon versus the coat that I put on the Snowspeeder, I can't feel any difference in terms of how fine the primer is. But I really wanted to just give these things really just a misting. I didn't really want to prime them too much. I figured the paint would just adhere pretty well to these figures on their own, because considering they're so small. And I'm very, very scared to put a lot of paint on these, because I think the detail on these things is going to get obscured very, very quickly. So yeah, I mean, I primed them and I've put the skin tones on. You can see it's on Ray, Han, and then I've come back over on Han. I've got the white inside his jacket here. Yeah, both versions. And then I've started on his trousers, which I've done black. Probably a little bit too dark, but I'll probably just dry brush. Maybe the medium sea grey. I mean, look at the size of that bottle. That's what I'm dealing with. It's just insane how small these things are. But what you can see, I mean, if you look at this video full screen on YouTube, you can see just even on the face, like the paint on the hand over here, there's just a blob where it's sort of gone on and not dried evenly, which is the problem of figures these small. So I'm going to have to deal with that. I'm going to try and just thin it down with alcohol, and hopefully it will sort of smooth out. That kind of worked with Ray. The same thing happened with her. So I just kept getting some alcohol on my paintbrush and just going over her face, and it smoothed it out, and then gave it another coat. But now I've got the arduous task of kind of trying to paint in the clothing. So this could just end up being a complete mess. But hopefully, if I can get the paint on for the clothing, then I can put a wash on or something, and then all that detail should just pop out. But I figured, hey, get these things done first, the smallest things, and then I won't be constantly building the Falcon thinking, I've still got to do the figures, because, I mean, they're just so difficult to paint. So there you go. That's just a kind of introduction to the Falcon build. I'll update these over the weeks ahead as I get to it. I'm actually kind of juggling a few of these kits. I've got a baby on the way, all sorts of stuff going on, so this isn't going to be a fast build by any means, but hey, maybe in a year or so, if you're stumbling across this, you'll have all the various parts to look through and see what kind of a mess I'm making across these kits. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one.